Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today and thanks for joining the Wearwell team. I'll be giving a brief overview of some of our most important products, and while we make and sell hundreds of products, these are what we call our core four products that we actually manufacture. A good place to start when learning our products is the core four. Once you got these down, you can start to learn everything else we offer. But these core four represent products we manufacture ourselves, and they represent a large portion of our revenue as well. First thing we're going to start with is diamond plate. I'm guessing most of you have seen a diamond plate mat before. Maybe in a factory or an airport. They're quite common these days, but they didn't exist at all before Wearwell invented it. Why are diamond plate mats important? Well, quite frankly, the heaviest labored folks in our industry, who we call industrial athletes, depend on quality diamond plate mats to relieve their fatigue and help them feel just a little bit better at the end of the day when they go home. You guys probably know how it feels to have your heel go dead from all the pressure standing on concrete. Then you start shifting the way you walk to get the pressure off your heel, and guess what? If it gets bad enough, you're going to have to stay home so you don't hurt yourself further. Great diamond plate mats prevent the heel from bottoming out, but that applies to your joints as well, not just your heel. We've run studies where our diamond plate mats actually have been measured to reduce the impact on workers' joints by over 50%. And that makes a real difference for people who are working on their feet day after day. So this chart shows you the three different types of diamond plate mats we offer. Let's quickly touch on each one. So Wearwell does make the best diamond plate mats in the world, but the fact is, the customer we're working with may not always need the very best mat. If they're in an area with low foot traffic, or if they're on a tight budget, we have smart diamond plate mats here on the left. It's extremely budget friendly, but it feels really great for the hardworking folks who are standing on the mat. And the ergonomic padding underneath is actually made from the same foam that's used under the carpet in your home. And in fact, it's often compared to standing on a nice carpet. Next up in the middle, we have the Diamond Plate Select. Here it's called FlexLink, but we call it Diamond Plate Select as well. Now, if we're working with a customer who already buys Diamond Plate, but they're not buying it from Wearwell, this is probably what they have. And we carry it to go apples to apples with our competitors because at least when a customer buys this from us, they know they're getting it from a quality brand who's only going to put out quality products for their customers. And finally on the right, we have our Nitrocell. This is by far the superior diamond plate mat in the world today. It's specially formed ergonomic foam base, or padding, whatever you want to call it, is bar none the best ergonomics in the industry when it comes to fatigue relief, and it's been proven to reduce the impact on workers' joints by over 50%. It's by far the longest lasting product, and it keeps its spring and resilience longer than anything else. Nitrocell is a Wearwell original, and there's nobody else in our marketplace that comes even close to it. So this is a nice chart to help you visualize the differences between the products and decide which one's best for you. You can make decisions based on the stars. So for example, if you want a very green mat, recycled mat, you can look at the green and whichever one has the most stars will be best for that category. So this one, the Smart, is best for green. So if you want life expectancy, you can see that the Nitrocell gets 3 stars for life expectancy. Let's move on to discuss a few other things our diamond plate mats do better than our competitors. All right, the bevel. I'll be honest, before I started working here, I did not know what a bevel was, but I learned pretty quickly. A bevel is basically just the slope of the edge of the mat. Obviously, we want the mats to lay flat and be able to be easy to walk on and off of, and that's why the bevel is important. You can see that the two products on the left have a decent bevel. It's enough to help the mat lay flat, but on the right, our Nitrocell premium diamond plate mats have a bevel that goes through a machining process to actually pull the edge of the mat to the floor. And if you look at the bottom right photo, you can see that our nicest products, the Nitrocell, actually extends a little farther on the mat, giving the end user or the industrial athlete a little bit more ergonomic padding to actually use and cover them while they're on their shift. Another nice thing about our premium Nitrocell mats is that we can literally custom make them to any size and shape. And when I say that, I really do mean any shape. We're incredibly proud of the folks who put these together because they're literally artisans and that they're the best in the world at what they do. They've made mats so large that our customers sometimes can barely fit them in their doors. So just to sum it up again, our diamond plate versus the competitors has more ergonomic padding and standing area for the people who are using the product. It can be customized to different shapes or sizes like our competitors can't actually do. We have 3 different styles, each for a different purpose. One for low foot traffic and budgets, one to be apples to apples with our competitors' products, and our third Nitrocell to be the top premium mat in the industry and the best supporter of industrial athletes. All right, on to the next product from our core 4, Rejuvenator. You can see that Rejuvenator is circled here. If If you've taken the factory tour, you might see the Rejuvenator being made because it looks like a giant waffle, and when they open the waffle maker, a mat comes out. But this mat is absolutely one of the best fatigue relieving mats in the world. I've actually got one of these at my desk and in my kitchen. But the heavy-duty workers at places like Amazon and Ford rely on these to keep their workforce feeling well and away from injuries. Rejuvenator is made of a material called urethane or polyurethane, and it's awesome because it's virtually indestructible. It's crush-proof, can easily last a decade. In fact, we have some Rejuvenators in the factory that have been there for over a decade, and they still look and feel great. This is a nice little before and after shot of Rejuvenator behind the ticket counter for Southwest. On the left, before Rejuvenator, you can see the individual mats were creating a trip hazard. But once Rejuvenator flooring was installed, the issues were eliminated and the workers now have a much safer space to work in and a much more comfortable space to work in. This is a custom-made Rejuvenator mat that went behind the counter at a pharmacy. Pharmacists are essential employees on their feet all day, so it's imperative they have proper fatigue relief. Rejuvenator will absolutely reduce their fatigue and keep them at their best all day. Rejuvenator can also be put together to make longer runs for fulfillment facilities. This is a Rejuvenator runner in an aisle where products are being picked and shipped all day. Alright, that covers Rejuvenator. On to ErgoDeck, here in the top right. ErgoDeck is another Wearwell original, and it's the original ergonomic flooring in our marketplace today. We've made several large investments into ErgoDeck, but it's really paid off for us. Our customers know and love ErgoDeck, asking for it by name. ErgoDeck's great because they're essentially a version for every job. We've got versions meant to hold up to heavy-duty chemicals and oils, prevent slips. We have versions meant for general-purpose heavy-duty work. We also have versions meant to provide the best fatigue relief in 24-hour foot traffic environments. ErgoDeck is made of PVC, or polyvinyl chloride, a very versatile compound. Most of our PVC products have at least 80% recycled content, and ErgoDeck is no different. We have the ability also to control the hardness and softness of the final product to suit the application. PVC is an easy product to maintain, and it's extremely durable. It's also resistant to a variety of chemicals, making it a great material for any type of manufacturing business. Like I mentioned, we have several versions of ErgoDeck, each made with a specific work purpose in mind. For example, this is ErgoDeck ESD. Does anyone know what ESD means? It actually means electrostatic dissipation. So it essentially dissipates the same static shocks that happen when you touch your doorknob. A lot of companies manufacture small electronics and microchips, and if one of those tiny little static shocks touches a computer chip, it's going to fry it. That's why we use ESD products like this to actually eliminate static from the workers and protect sensitive electronic components. We also have a smooth version of ErgoDeck. ErgoDeck Smooth provides the same fatigue relief as other versions, but a lot of companies like our smooth ErgoDeck because it allows cart traffic onto the workstations and it integrates with all other versions of ErgoDeck. We also have something called ErgoDeck kits. ErgoDeck kits have everything you need in one box to assemble an ergonomic workstation. Each kit contains ErgoDeck tiles as well as 3 sides of edges so that the kit can be butted up against a workstation and provide a great ergonomic space to perform your work. ErgoDeck also comes in several colors. They're often used to segment different departments, and especially now that can be beneficial, keeping departments from cross-contamination. For example, if there's an outbreak in one department, you want to be able to prevent it from spreading to the next department over and shutting down more operations than necessary. Lots of companies also use ErgoDeck colors for aesthetics, and we actually have one company that has this Pantone match a happy blue for them. And whatever keeps the workers happy. If it's the happy blue, we're all for that. If it's the ergonomics that make them feel better at the end of the day, we're all for that too. But in my opinion, the most important aspect of ErgoDeck colors is that you can use it to designate danger zones to be avoided. So if you look in the picture on the right, you can see the yellow and red ErgoDeck stripes that are going around this machine. Anyone in the world, no matter what language they speak, can understand that that's a danger zone to be avoided. The next few slides show some ErgoDeck application images. This is ErgoDeck being used on a catwalk. This image shows that ErgoDeck is flexible enough to be used on an inclined walkway with no break in the flooring. This is a really nice image that demonstrates why ErgoDeck is so much better than a lot of the other products out there. This is a baggage handling area of an airport. You can see before they had matting, but ErgoDeck was able to provide a much more consistent surface for the workers as they move through the workspace. And finally, this is an image of ErgoDeck in an automotive plant. As you can see, before they had an old, worn-out mat. ErgoDeck flooring was able to provide a safer, longer-lasting solution tailored to fit the space. Overall, ErgoDeck is a product that's extremely versatile. There's multiple variations to suit just about any environment. The product can be customized down to 3-inch increments and still connect to the next product over. The interlocks are like nothing on the market. They snap together and they actually stay together, giving a nice seamless look to the floor, but the interlocks can be unzipped as you need to replace tiles or reconfigure the work area. So that just about covers ErgoDeck, our most versatile flooring product. Moving on to the final of our core 4. Bottom right, our 24/7 LockSafe. It's a new key innovation by Wearwell. It's a 3-foot by 3-foot rubber interlocking tile. Now you might have seen 3-foot by 3-foot rubber interlocking tiles before because they're used all over the place. However, Wearwell's version has some features and benefits which makes it easier to use and far superior to other generic versions. Like I mentioned, you've probably seen 3-foot by 3-foot rubber tiles before, but most of them are cheaply produced and don't function as intended. 24/7 LockSafe by Wearwell is the first 3-foot by 3-foot rubber tile that actually stays together in use. And that sounds silly, but it's true. All of our competitors' 3-foot by 3-foot rubber tiles come apart in use. 24/7 LockSafe by Wearwell is the only version that does not cause the safety hazard. 24/7 LockSafe is available in 2 different rubber compounds, each meant for a slightly different area. The first is 24/7 LockSafe GR, or grease resistant. Grease resistant rubber is designed for areas wet with water or dry and dusty debris. It's also resistant to boric acid and ethylene glycol. The other rubber compound is NBR rubber, or nitrile rubber. Nitrile is the most resistant rubber in the 24/7 family of products. It stands up to all of the fluids resisted by the GR grease-resistant product, as well as animal fats, brake fluids, chlorine solutions, diesel oil, petroleum-based fluids, hydraulic oil, salt water, and vegetable oils. 24/7 LockSafe mats made with NBR compound are available in solid drainage and grit shield versions. Now, where are 24/7 LockSafe products used? The answer is just about everywhere. 24/7 LockSafe is engineered to handle the toughest environments that our industrial athletes face every single day. Some industries we recommend are machining, manufacturing, and transportation. It can be used in wet areas, dry areas, and oily and slippery areas as well. Overall, with these 4 core products, we have matting for nearly every environment, including options for both wet and dry areas. This is a good way to present our products to a new customer that may not be familiar. And it's also a good starting point for you as you begin to familiarize yourself with our line. Once you have the core products down, you can start learning about everything else we have to offer. Again, these 4 products represent a large portion of our revenue, so it'll serve you well to learn these first. Lastly, we appreciate that you as a Wearwell team member are making the effort to know about our products. I've tried to organize some samples for you to pass around. Take a look at the products we make, understand how important these products are for the essential workers of the world. You're now an integral part of supporting the industrial athletes like yourselves all over the world. That's something that we can all feel good about and take pride in. So thank you. We're glad to have you on the Wearwell team.